This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Morning, everyone.
On the show today, you're going to hear Shaun not get a joke.
Oh, some classic humour.
How embarrassing. And it happened on camera. Huh?
Yeah, we had a lot of Pope-related questions.
I know,
earlier
to
in
be
the
honest,
show.
and also we dive into the world of chimneys.
Yes, well, it's a natural progression.
Chimneys. Chimneys.
Hey, we jump into the world of the mushroom killer actually this morning with Channel 9 reporter Amber Johnston.
I'd be the only survivor.
Sunday, Ari Young joins us through the West Coast Fever.
What else do we do?
Am I being stalked?
Oh, yes,
Natalie,
Leslie, you are.
Natalie and her uncle's texts.
Plus, when when things that get stolen that are quite fixed to the ground and people still have the audacity.
We're not going to use the word
steal them.
stolen. We're going to use the word taken.
Rehomed.
Rehomed. On holidays.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun. On Nova. 937. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's 6:03. Morning, everybody.
Natalie.
Good morning.
It's official. The chimney smoke is black.
It certainly is. I noticed it this morning when I drove in. I thought, geez, it's dark.
the
That's the
chimney
chimney
smoke is black.
Coming
No
in from the
Pope
Sistine
yet.
Chapel.
No Pope yet.
It's. I mean, the fact that the whole world is now just watching a chimney.
Isn't it amazing when
It
they
was
find
last
out?
time we went for it.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing when they find out like internet and like
Oh, yeah,
Twitter.
instead of putting
Yeah.
the smoke, yeah.
Wait, what are
Yeah.
you saying? We don't smoke. We
don't
write
need
down-
smoke signals anymore?
Tell people things.
We just put it on
Yeah.
X
on the
or something,
web,
do we?
on the World Wide Web.
Straight on to
We just ring Perth now. We say, here it is.
It's so strange. So, where did that come from originally? Because it was did God tell them that was what He wanted?
Yeah, I'd imagine that would be like
Yeah.
because it does predate Twitter.
So
the
God
process,
came down and said, "Hey, this is the deal."
I mean,
like a whole bunch
where
of
does
it-
we're doing this smoke thing. I know it's crazy, but like,
Where does any of it
I
come
haven't done
from?
the internet yet. And they go, "What's the internet?" Anyway, so
There's still hundreds of thousands of people in waiting every
Yes.
single night waiting
Just
for
sitting
this
there.
to happen.
I know,
Yeah.
but like, who
The outcome
invented
is-
it?
Well, they did.
Well,
No, but like-
Trish
but like-
might be able to find out.
But is it a
what the
religious?
origin-
Is it from a part of the Bible, or if they just went, "Hey, I've got a great idea. Why don't we just announce it by the colour of smoke?"
I don't know what the answer is.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So what is pink? You know, they have a whole
It's
array of-
essentially
Pink's a gay
like
pope.
it's essentially
gonna
a
happen for a while, sure.
gender reveal.
Or it
Gender
has.
reveal, yeah, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to know, is that part of the God, like saying, "Hey, do it," or they decided?
There'll
"This is what
be
we're gonna
something
do
that'll
for
be
God"?
linked along the journey.
Okay, have you found anything?
Sam,
true,
you're a
sorry?
Catholic.
Yes, going back to
how-
my old school. Actually, they taught us this in Catholic school.
Did they? Really?
No, they didn't.
No,
It's
I
just,
think so.
As if you would have been
I don't
paying
listen to a lot of
attention,
things.
I wasn't listening either. No, I don't know. They just throw the ballots. It's the ballots that of all
So
the
they're
votes.
burning the
Yeah,
paper.
So the
burning
internet will not tell us who invented that process.
I guess it's just an old one.
It does.
What is
Oh, it does.
David, our boss here, and Sam's giving an official warning now.
You're fired.
The
David.
current method of election was established by Pope Gregory X in 1274.
No, but doesn't explain
1274, but why?
Well, it
So that's you're just saying.
In 1274, they
Hang on,
didn't.
Natalie,
Did they have
go
the
on.
internet in 1274?
No, David, you're just talking about the conclave, not the actual smoke as the announcement
Yes,
of whether
David.
they
No.
voted a pope or not.
Okay, I'm going to fill the gaps here. Given it was 1274, they would have that would have been able to show the villagers out there that the
Yes.
smoke would be the only way.
Are we when you type it into Google, did that question pop up as someone has already asked it? Are we the first people to ask that
No,
question in the
you
world?
asked ChatGPT, didn't you? Yeah.
They know
You don't
the
ask
truth.
Google anything.
Well, that's
anymore,
why.
do you?
That's why their shares plummeted yesterday. $265 million.
did it.
Yeah, because the Apple executive just under oath, he was talking about things, and he said, "Oh, Google's starting to drop off this month." So everyone who had
better
Google
get
shares
off
But
that
I have to
then.
tell you, the stocks are like soaring in chimneys at the moment,
Chimneys.
Shaun. Chimneys.
Well, we talk about it now.
If anyone does know why they do it, no, honestly, someone out there might know.
I don't know. Is the
Well, that's the
Archbishop?
reason.
Is the Archbishop listening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the nuns and stuff listen to us. Sisters,
Sister Act.
Or
Sister Act in town.
sisters or fathers, or reverends. If anyone knows what reverends, yeah.
No, we don't have reverends in the Catholic
And
Church.
celebrants, I don't know. If you know why they do it that way, and if it's linked to the Bible, I'm very.
I think my answer is because back in the day in 1270.
1265 or something. Yeah, 1274.
I've just had a data breach and the internet was down.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much.
Okay, so we're
You
answering
never
the big
enough
questions
pigeons to be able to
today.
fly to individual houses and say, "Hey, The vote's still going.
Yeah.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We had some questions about the papal conclave and why they started telling everybody whether they've had a successful vote or not with the colour of the smoke up the chimney.
I'm confident on my answer, which is back in the 1270s, which is when they had to let the rest of the villagers know, and the only way to do that was via the chimney.
Well,
The chimney.
The chimney. Because they didn't,
Chim-chim-charoo?
they didn't have some sort of town crier.
Top, and then everyone else can see, you know. There's no Pope today.
I just think it's such an important part of the process that I think, is it linked to some of God or Jesus, I don't know, who's in charge, their magic? Is it part of them, their story? And
No.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
I'm saying I'm pretty confident.
Were you there?
Well, I'm Catholic, so the answers come to you when you're Catholic.
Nathan, he's made up. We've got somebody to call in.
Excuse me,
Well,
Natalie
he's
Locke.
made up. It was a
Who?
book that was written. Aaron gave us a call. Aaron from Caversham, good morning.
Good morning, Nathan and Sean. How you going?
Hey, Aaron.
We're about to start fighting in a minute. We need to know. We need this question answered. Are you going to answer this question for us?
Look, it was a very intriguing question, but just before you cut to the song, Nathan, you mentioned that you should see the price of the chimneys lately. They've really gone up.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree. They've really gone through the roof.
Aaron, how do you know this?
You're calling us to talk about the price of chimneys.
I just could not resist that.
Chimney. All right.
Okay,
Sorry, Aaron, how do you know the price of chimneys have gone up?
Well, they're going through the roof.
Well, how? How do you know?
No, that's a joke.
chimneys literally go through the roof.
You're going to tell me I recently bought a chimney.
Sean thought
Sorry, I recently bought a chimney.
Sean wanted to invest all that money he got from selling his Secret Harbour house into the chimney industry. No?
But think about it though. That was really mean to Sean, by the way.
Can I go? Clearly, I'm not up for today.
But I don't know anyone that's bought a chimney.
Surely they're just built into your house, aren't they?
Aaron, Jesus.
But the people that build them into the house have to buy a chimney. How much is a chimney?
No, they just build them in, don't they?
No, but if someone has to buy it.
No, there's a difference between a chimney and a flue.
I'm talking about a chimney.
You can have secret horses, Sean, but you can't have a secret chimney.
That's right. Everybody knows
Put up your secret chimney, Sean.
Good work by you. Terrible by me. I'm on the bench from here on in.
He still doesn't get it though.
Thank you, Aaron, for being so up and about so early.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Stay out. Feel the fever this Suncorp Super Netball season and join the Green Army. Get your West Coast Fever tickets at Ticketek now.
All right, here we go. West Coast Fever are taking on the Melbourne Mavericks this Saturday at RAC Arena. Normally, I'm there and it's my box, but I'm subbing in Sam Trousseau this week.
There seems to be a lot of room in your box, Nat. I'm there.
Was that a vagina joke? Was that a vagina joke?
I'm impressed
on this show
that all these listeners are coming along as well.
What's happened since I've been gone? No. Clean that up.
We're talking pre-game hospitality.
Wow.
We're talking courtside drinks. We're talking Sam's
Sean.
company. Would you like to join me? We've got 2 box tickets up for grabs right now. Let's meet our contestants.
Well, Danny Boy is going to be one of them, and Lisa is the other. We'll start with you, Danny. Good morning.
Morning.
Hi, Danny. So, Danny, that was a very inappropriate joke that our friend Sam said when then, wasn't it?
Not at all.
Oh, Sam.
Thank you, Danny.
Look
Would
at
love
him.
to see you Saturday.
That's what I love about our listeners. They have no morals.
Danny, big netball fan.
I am, and I've got my little netballers, my little net set goers here with me as well.
Oh, how good. Where do you guys play? Do you play at Freo, Danny?
No, we play Southern District.
Southern District, of course.
Yep, nice. All right, Danny, you're up against Lisa from Morley. Hi, Lisa.
Morning.
Hey,
Hello,
Lisa.
y'all.
Hey, Lisa.
Good, Lisa. How's the Galleria? When was the last time you went?
Well, let's pass on that one.
I
Well,
know.
Nathan said there's so many shops that are closed down in there.
It's interesting. Plus,
Plus, you got to wear your neutral gang colours
It's
when you
like,
walk in the
you know
street.
those movies where the zombies are taking over the world and then people are finding refuge in a shopping centre? That's what it's like.
Lisa, netball a big part of your life at some point?
Absolutely. I used to play WA.
Oh.
Do you mean for Western Australia or do you mean wing attack?
Wing attack.
Oh, gosh, no. Wing attack.
I took it as she played in Western Australia.
Just checking.
I
All
did
right.
play in WA,
Good
but
stuff,
yeah,
yeah.
it was wing attack.
Here's what's going to happen. Our boss Dave is on the dice today. We're going to roll up the dice. Whichever number is rolled up, we will ask you the corresponding question. If you know the answer, buzz in with your name. You get it right, you take that point. You get it wrong, we'll roll again. And remember, if we roll up the same number, it's the same question.
So be like ready to go because like you just have
Yes.
to remember the start of the question, then it'll poosh.
That's right. Buzz in with your name. Let's test your buzzers. Danny,
Danny,
Lisa,
Lisa,
they're working, guys.
Well
All right.
done. Here we go.
It's rolling time.
Good spin, David.
Okay, David, we have rolled up number 5.
All right, number 5. Which animal is on the Australian 5-cent coin?
Danny,
Danny, Danny.
Echidna.
Yes,
Oh,
Danny.
Kenny.
Well
Kenny
done.
Echidna.
When's the last time you saw 5 cents?
Okay, we've rolled up number 6.
Here we go. What is the name of the girl gang in Greece?
Danny,
Danny.
Lisa,
Danny.
Pink Lady.
Pink
Yes,
Lady.
Danny.
Lisa, you're hilarious.
Danny leads 2-0. It's number 5. Which animal is on the Australian?
Lisa.
Danny.
Echidna.
Yes. Danny, you are powering through. You get one more right, you win.
All right, number 2. Which classic Aussie snack features layers of biscuit, marshmallow, and coconut?
Danny.
Danny for the win.
Oh, Lisa.
Danny?
Volvo.
No, a Volvo.
Lucky you finished with that.
Vulva.
Well, no, the answer was wagon wheel, so no point there.
absolutely.
We've rolled up number 1.
Okay. What's the name of the dog in The Simpsons? It's a greyhound.
I don't think that's a problem.
Okay, no good. Santa's little helper, Nate.
Santa's
remember?
little
So
helper, it's a
Santa's
greyhound.
Little Helper is the name of the dog. We've rolled up number 3. Which popular online...
Lisa. Oh,
Yes, yes, Lisa.
Go on, do it. Do it.
I'm going to guess Amazon.
Oh, no.
Okay, this is the rest of the question. Which popular online game involves building structures with blocks and avoiding creepers?
Danny.
No, Danny, you can't get the point, but the answer is Minecraft.
And the movie's coming out soon. Minecraft,
It is.
the
It's
movie.
out.
It's out,
Yeah.
yeah. We've rolled up number 1.
All right. What's the name of the dog in The Simpsons?
Danny.
Danny for the win.
Santa's Little Helper.
Santa's Little Helper.
It's Danny. Takes it out. All right, Danny,
What a match.
you have won 2 box tickets to watch the West Coast Fever take on the Melbourne Mavericks this Saturday, hosted by the lovely Sam.
Oh, he's the Josh Giddy of our team.
Isn't he just?
So attractive.
See you there, Danny.
Okay. Everybody else, grab your
cute.
tickets by Tic-Tac.
Here are the kids there
I
in the
know.
background
The
with your
kids have
joke
gone
before about
nuts.
box. Big box.
We're going to
Kids?
play it again tomorrow, everyone.
So
Kids
wrong.
there crying.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Is the smoke still black?
Still black.
How long do they do another smoking? Is it like-
Tomorrow.
So they do one a
they have
day.
an
One a
ice
day.
Only one a day.
One a day. They should get through it. Oh, they're stretching
come
it out, aren't they?
Oh, actually, there's 3 in one day. There's 3, but it's the start of the week is just a 1.
So there's a breakfast smoke, a lunch smoke, and then a dinner smoke.
What about a smoko smoke?
Smoko. Is this where we know where smoko
So you
came
have
from?
an update. It starts
I
with
think
1
I
and
saw
then it
today.
goes to 3.
Yeah, I think 4 a day. 4 a day after that. So
Have we?
burn and brawn.
What is the short list of the popes? Who's on the form? Who's on the form guide?
Oh, there's a Filipino pope.
Yeah,
There was.
Oh, can we get a copy of the form guide?
Yeah.
Let's all pick. Let's all.
Have you
There's
checked
a top 4 that they reckon already.
What is-
Really?
what's
I haven't seen sports bet. We'll be able
What's
to check
the
that
trifecta paying?
out. Oh, Nathan, it'll be
Okay,
ending here.
no, but let's get some. Let's
you
get a
don't
print out.
get
We'll
it.
all pick a pope, and we'll see who's going to win.
You don't get a first, second, and third in the papal conclave, Nathan.
The-
The winner takes it all.
First runner up is.
It's not Miss Universe.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Nathan, I know that you'll be able to join in on this conversation, but once again, I was enraged at my house last night, and hopefully my wife's not listening.
She doesn't listen. Oh, it's past 7.
God, David,
Okay.
I should have told
Hey,
this
say
story
I've got a story about a friend. Say
Okay.
that.
Also,
So I've got a
she
story
hates
about a
you at the
friend
moment, so she won't be
Yeah,
listening.
yeah. I've got a story about a friend.
that I live with
Yeah.
and have done for quite some time.
Yeah.
And yesterday, that friend was cooking dinner.
Yeah, right.
Which is fantastic for me.
Yeah.
And that friend also then said, "Oh, someone else is Charlie, our niece. She's joining us for dinner."
You're
I'll
on
make
your
sure
friend's
of it.
niece.
Yep. And with that, then the good crockery comes out, and then the table's set in a manner that like you're walking into a restaurant.
Yes, like Martha Stewart's
and the
been
blood
round.
starts boiling for me because on a daily basis, it is impossible for this friend generally to sit down and have dinner when I cook, which is most of the time. And I'm more happier to just keep it normal. What's real? We'll just sit around the breakfast bar or we'll sit around a table every now and then. There'll be a
real dinner.
pile of clothes that have been maybe not put away by Oliver or Sonny or something along those
to
lines.
the side.
And that's real, right? We discussed the plays of the day.
Let a visitor see that side of you, Shaun.
It gets me every time. This magical person. Oh, look how we live. We had we had these fake gold spoons that you might have got from Copper Art to dish up the rice that went with this meal last night. And I'm looking at them going,
it hits peak bullshit when they put out corn holders and stuff, like things to ram into your corn to hold them. It's like, come on, mate. We're not. Dad does this.
there was a candle.
Mum and Dad do this.
Normally just hold it in your greasy fist.
Mum and Dad try to act fancier than what they are, and we got it on the way back from Dubai this year for our Christmas break. We're on the flights, and Dad just, sometimes speaks to us like we're not royalty.
What?
Setting. And then we're sitting next to, so it's me, and then there's Mum, and then there's Dad, and then on the fourth seat on the flight is a lovely woman.
Yep.
And Dad has sat next to her, and all we have heard is the most delightful, polite gentleman that I've ever heard in my life.
Who are you?
He goes, excuse me, do you want help with your phone? No, my son is actually really good with technology. Nathan, could you help the lady with her phone? Me and Mum would go, and then he's like, oh, do you need help with your napkin? He's so attentive to this woman.
Yes.
If Mum was falling, he wouldn't grab her to safety. But this woman, he was like adorning her. Me and Mum going, oh my God. Like,
it's not real, man.
It was just like, it's just a lie. It's a lie, Shaun. I understand.
It gets you fired up.
Oh, your friend, mate.
Because Lachlan's girlfriend is a big part of the family now, and Megan loves her. Is she still going to an effort when she comes around, or is she
Has Megan shown her teeth?
has she kind of been drawn in? She's now on a level pegging with the family.
She's definitely not on a level peg. She's just held in the high regard.
I don't know why you bring up Megan.
Morning,
He's
Rosie.
talking about a friend that he's living with.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I don't get what you're saying.
Thanks, mate.
Sorry, your friend. Does your friend consider Lachlan's girlfriend still to be a revered special guest?
Absolutely,
So all you got to do is just get these people to come around more often, and then you get to live like that all the time.
Or just videotape her in a natural habitat and then put it up online so people can see.
That's exactly what you need to do.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
At the moment, there is a lot of focus on a very small regional town in Victoria called Morwell. The reason being that the trial of the alleged mushroom poisoner
Yes.
This is the thing.
is happening.
The thing about it, though, is forever, whether you're found guilty or innocent, when someone Googles your name, it's going to have like a mushroom killer.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a character that was going to take out Noddy.
Yeah. Well, Channel 9's Amber Johnston, who also used to work with us here at Nova 937.
Oh, Amber.
Hey. To bigger and better things. Hi,
famous.
Amber. We've been watching you report on this every night.
We're so proud of you, Amber.
Oh, I miss you guys. How have you all been?
We are wonderful. But we've been following this story as the world has, and, true... crime
podcast.
True crime podcast.
Yes.
Kicking off. So apart from you being down there and other reporters, Amber, is there a lot of other people who are doing this stuff?
Oh, Shawnee, it has been massive. Probably, well, definitely the biggest trial I've ever covered.
So heaps of field mushroom reporters?
Literally. No, it's amazing because, I mean, as you just said, it's this small town in Victoria called Morwell, which is about a 2-hour drive away from Melbourne.
Yeah.
And we have the world's media down here. So, of course, we've got all of the local Victorian media. We have journalists from all across Australia, but international media as well. And there's even Stan down here filming a 3-part docu-series.
Oh!
I heard Curtis Stone's heading down there for Coles as well.
Yeah.
Is that right?
But the town's not obviously built, it doesn't have the facilities to house that many visitors. Where's everybody staying? The local motel must be going nuts. What's happening?
Oh, I tell you what, if you were to set up a little coffee van at the front of the Morwell Court, you would be doing a roaring trade.
Wow.
The accommodation is all booked up, but all the locals have been so lovely. So everyone's staying in town, the accommodation's booked up, we found the local coffee shop, the Daily, we've been getting our coffees there every morning. Staff have just been absolutely gorgeous. So it's been a really interesting experience. It's probably the busiest the town has been for quite some time.
Oh, no doubt.
It's really interesting thing, isn't it, really? Because everyone in the world is probably having a joke about the mushrooms, the mushroom component of it. And so that brings up lightheartedness. Many people were killed. And it's happening in a small town. A lot of small towns have gone through some real tragedies and they've got a dark past. But yet it's got a weird, fun twist on it because of the word of mushroom. Is that not insane? Because people are having a laugh about it. So is this town, how are they wearing this news? Are they wearing it as a shame? Are they wearing it as like a badge of honour? What is it like for the town?
Well, it's unusual because I think the allegations attached to the case are quite unique. The fact that it's alleged that Erin Patterson poisoned her in-laws with death cap mushrooms. I mean, you don't hear of that often, but we have to remember that this is a triple murder trial as well, and there are some local people who lost their lives after this lunch. So it's been really mixed emotions. If anything, locals have probably been really intrigued to know the details of the case every day. So we've been having locals coming up to us asking what has the jury heard today, who's been in in the witness box today, what has Erin Patterson's reaction been in court. So there's been a lot of interest and intrigue around the case, that's for sure.
Amber, just on the defence side of things, is it as basic as Erin's defence saying that she didn't know, she dried out these mushrooms and she didn't know? Basically that's the defence?
Yeah, so basically the prosecution is alleging that she intentionally and deliberately poisoned her in-laws with death cap mushrooms. Yep. But the defence argument is that it was all a tragic accident. Yeah. And she didn't deliberately serve the poisoned food to her guests. And they basically said when her lunch guest fell ill after eating the food that she prepared, she panicked.
Why didn't she fall ill? Sorry, what's the official? So she didn't have part of. Cause you wouldn't make your mushrooms separate. So is there any? Well,
yeah, that's the allegation that the prosecution has put forward. So the prosecution says or alleges that when she served this meal, she served. So there were 5 people in total. So Erin Patterson plus her 4 in-laws. Yeah. The prosecution alleges that she served their beef Wellingtons on the same coloured plate. So they were a larger dark grey plate, and they allege that her meal was served on a smaller orange-coloured plate. So the prosecution is saying that she didn't eat those mushrooms. That's their allegation. But the prosecution also says that she faked having the symptoms after the fact. Right.
But some people have their favourite plate, though. You know what I mean? Like the Queen, she ate all of her stuff, had a certain bit of Tupperware that she ate all the time.
It's hard.
I mean, that's for the jury to decide.
No, I'm just like throwing around what some of the arguments could be.
100%, Nathan. 100%.
You know what it is? I feel really...
Or getting back to it, you've only got a certain amount of plates, therefore there's going to be one that's different. I don't know if that was real or not, but it is.
That's actually what the defence has said. This is what the defence put to the jury.
Shaun.
So the defence said, you know, we're going to put the idea out there. What if she has a number of different coloured plates and different size plates, and they were all a bit mismatched?
But I talked about this morning. Was it in a set of 4? Was it in a set of 6? And she was the only one missing, and did she have to make another plate? Because in my world, you don't buy any less than 6 plates. Because, I mean, you might only need 4, but you can't think that small.
Nathan, maybe one of them
they smashed them.
A smashed plate.
It depends how many mates you have as well.
Yes,
I mean, how many people are you having over at your house?
But here's the thing, though. I know, isn't that amazing? I know that at that night I would have survived because I don't eat mushrooms. So if someone was after me trying to kill me with mushrooms, and then I say I don't eat mushrooms, they would have to have done their homework to find out.
But would you have known if you go over to someone's house and they say, "Here's your beef Wellington"? Do you know?
I know beef Wellington has mushrooms in it. Yeah, I know.
But now because of this.
No. I watch Gordon Ramsay, his Nightmare Kitchen or whatever. He does beef Wellingtons. What is it? Hell's Kitchen. He does beef Wellingtons. So I know beef Wellingtons, but I don't think that I would have been murdered. So
they'd find a way.
Amber, where do you sit on that? Are you a mushroom eater, or would you survive?
Has this put you off?
Oh, you know what? I am a mushroom girl, Shawnee, but now that you ask me, it's been a long time since I've had mushrooms.
Well, for good reason. You're
the only person that could have killed me, the only person that could have had the opportunity to kill me was our Prime Minister, because we had mushrooms on our plate that night, and I ate them because of the peer pressure. The PM pressure.
Oh, of course.
Did you see the
Naturally.
colour of Elbo's plate that night?
Yeah, different.
So,
Amber, we'll continue to watch your excellent reporting from this case. It has captivated the world, so there's a lot of focus on it. And still, what's the timeline? How much longer do you think you're going to be living your life in Morwell?
Oh, guys, so we have literally moved our lives down to this town. We are almost 2 weeks in, and I have just over a month left.
Have you got a favourite place to eat now? Is there a little shop there that sells a good sausage roll or something? What do you got?
You know what? Two highlights.
Yeah.
So number one, the Daily, the local cafe down the road.
So that's your coffee?
They do the best coffee in town.
Oh,
really
that's
yummy
the best
lunch.
coffee in town. Keep going, yeah.
In town, the only coffee in town. The best coffee in town. The staff there, absolute legends. So I go down in the morning, have a good yap to them every morning.
Yeah.
But also we went to this gorgeous Chinese restaurant in Morwell
Classic.
called. I have to try to pronounce it.
Lucky
because
Dragon?
It might come across like a swear word.
Yeah.
Bon Lock, I believe. Bon Lock.
Fun lot.
Gorgeous family who
Yeah.
had the restaurant for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And they just bought us absolutely rotten. It was this beautiful yum cha style. So we did a big...
Did you say no
dinner
mushrooms,
there.
please?
No mushrooms.
Mushroom sales in Morwell have plummeted. It's you. Amber, we'll check in again with you probably in a week or two and get the latest and see how you're faring. But thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate
Oh,
it.
I'd love that. Miss you guys.
Oh,
it was
you're
lovely
amazing,
chatting.
dude.
good on you, Amber.
Amber Johnston, crime reporter from Channel 9.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
I need your advice.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to tell me if I should be alarmed
Okay.
about some of these messages that I've been getting from
Righto.
All right. Well, no, I was drunk, firstly.
So,
And it was cold. So don't worry.
are you still there?
Yeah.
Are you ghosting me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very impatient.
Can Lewis write letters?
Am I coming on too strong?
It's your dad.
Okay. John.
You made me sad.
Oh, that was
now we're
me.
taking a turn.
No, I think this is where it takes a turn. Then the last one, nobody ignores me, ... for long.
Oh.
That's your
Is that
period.
alarming?
And it's come from an unknown source.
Oh, no, you know the source. You're just reading us the context to say if you didn't know the source, then you
Yes.
should be alarmed. All right, so who would it be from?
Who do you think would be... do you think that's alarming?
I mean,
Yes.
if you take that down, then give some spooky music and then set it in an ominous voice, yes.
Yes.
But if you did like Kermit the Frog, probably not.
Do you know who's sending me those messages?
So,
Duolingo.
Dua Lipa.
Duolingo.
Dua Lipa.
It's Jules' brother.
Because I took Spanish lessons with Duolingo before I went
Oh,
to
and this is
Mexico.
and
now I don't need Spanish lessons anymore, so I stopped doing Duolingo.
Can you tell them to F off in Spanish? How's that?
Duolingo is sending messages. Nobody ignores me for long.
Whoa.
Settle down.
That is hectic.
That's
So
intense,
is that coming
right?
from the company? Is that coming from the language?
It's coming from the little owl, I think.
Wow.
The owl has taken umbrage with you, Natalie.
It really hates the fact that I'm no longer doing Spanish lessons.
Yeah, bilingual by
Settle
gunpowder.
down.
That's insane. But wouldn't it be better if that was from a person? Because there's the potential out there.
I don't want to be with that person,
In the darkest
Nathan.
day. The darkest day, Natalie.
There is no day that is that dark.
I don't know.
Wow. I
Settle
don't know.
down.
Yeah.
Nobody
One you knock back
ignores
is one
me
you don't get.
for long. That is threatening. He's threatening me.
That's a little owl. That's amazing. Our phones can do that these days.
I know, yeah.
Mate, AI is going to get all of us.
Yeah. Wait until
And first
Maya.
of all, it's gonna
Wait
come
until
to you.
Maya starts sending you a sexy text and asks you to come over for a labour.
This is too much.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
To celebrate the Perth debut of La Clique, which is on from tonight at Crown Perth, we are playing a game of Who's in La Clique, giving you the chance to score a double pass to see the show, plus $300 to spend at Crown and really make a night of it.
Yeah, we're going to find out who's in Ali's Le Clique. Good morning, Ali.
Sean, you can't say some things.
Hello,
Hi,
good
Ali.
morning.
Hi, Ali. I'll ask about what's going on in your Le Clique. Sean.
It's a personal question.
Who are the ladies or men that are in your Le Clique?
At the moment, I've got three of them with me. I've got Connor, I've got Oscar, and I've got Noah. They're going to be late for school, but we don't care.
Oh,
Okay,
kids are in
the
your
kids in the
clique.
clique.
Oh, that's nice
cute.
and
That's
sad.
cute. Ali, you're up against Maria from Manning. Morning, Maria.
Good morning.
Hey, Maria.
Weppa.
Who's in your clique?
I have Valentina and Alessio.
Oh,
that's great.
They sound like it could be
Very
up for the
Italian
Pope.
name.
yeah, no, that does. All right, here's what's going to happen. We're going to name people, and it's your job to figure out who those people, what clique they belong to. They might be characters from a TV show. They might be from a band. They might be from a team. It could be anything, okay? So if you think you figure out what they're from, you buzz in with your name. You get it right, you take the point. You get it wrong, we'll give your opponent a crack at it. It is the best of 5, so the first to score 3. Let's test your buzzers. Ali?
Okay, buzzer, Ali.
You do.
So, Ali,
That's really good,
Ali,
Ali.
just have to just yell out your name.
Everyone has to say buzzer and then their name.
Yell out your name. Try it again. Ali?
Ali.
Yes, it's working.
got it.
Okay, Maria?
Maria.
No,
Maria's
I'm inventing a game
Do you
called
want the buzz?
buzzer.
Do you want the buzz?
It's going to be buzzer.
All right, here we go
Yeah.
with click number 1.
Leonard. Sheldon. Penny.
Ali.
Ali?
Little Sheldon. What's that? I've got Little Sheldon.
No,
No,
it's
not
not.
Little Sheldon.
Oh, you're thinking of
Mary.
young Sheldon.
Yeah,
It's not
not Little
that.
Sheldon.
Maria, do you know what they're from?
Oh, my gosh. I've forgotten.
I'll finish the names. Howard and Rajesh.
Yes, I know. It is, oh, my gosh.
No, time's up.
Hey,
Everyone.
you're horrified.
Big
Bang.
Theory.
Oh.
I know. How do you miss it? It's on 24 hours a day.
All right, let's move on to click number 2.
Here it is. Katniss, Peter, Gail, Hamish, and Effie.
Well, that's Oprah if it's Gail.
Katniss,
Katniss.
Katniss. Katniss.
Peter,
Yep.
Gail.
Yep. They were all really, really starving
Yes.
after playing a game. That
I
made
have
them
no
playing
idea.
a game that made them starving.
Oh, my God. It
The
was
Hunger Games.
Oh,
You guys are good after the fact.
Okay. We move on to number 3. I think you'll get this one. Kim,
Go.
Chloe, Courtney, Ali.
Oh, Kardashian.
Yes,
Yes,
Ali's
we're
on the board. Well done.
All
Okay.
right, up next. Oscar, Liam, Jeremy, Harley.
Yes, Ali.
Ali?
Oasis.
No, wait. No,
yes.
Maria,
No.
you get a crack
And
at
there's
it.
one-
So
there's-
Oscar, Liam, Jeremy, Harley,
There's one
and
last,
Elliot.
Elliot.
oh, my gosh. I have no idea.
Here you do.
Harley.
Because I know it, and I would have got this.
Oh, Harley.
Harley. Wonder who's called
Are they
Harley.
motorbikes?
Oh,
They
my
are
God.
motorbikes,
I love you so much.
So that's
oh
a
my
group of
God.
motorbikes. What do you call
That's
a
the
group
West
of
Coast
motorbikes,
Eagles. That's the West Coast Eagles.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
How embarrassing.
Okay, but I'm a
Everyone that
driver,
knows.
so-
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter though.
I mean, big
I'm a
come on.
nothing and I got
Well
it.
done. Well done, Maria. Well done, Maria. Big night for us tonight.
All right, next click. Score check. Ali leads 1-0.
Okay, here's the next group. Freddie, Brian, Roger, and John.
Ali.
Ali? Ali?
Ellie?
Ali.
Ali?
Queen.
Yes.
It is.
I swear to God, she's going to say One Direction then. I
All
swear to
right,
God.
Ali leads 2-0. We're getting closer. Okay, next one.
This game.
11. Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and Max.
Maria.
Oh, I think Maria got in. Maria?
Stranger Things.
Yes,
Streamers,
Maria's on the
Shaun.
board.
Packet of streamers there.
Okay.
When you know something, you know it.
All right, here we go with the next names. Maggie. Lisa. Marge. Bart. Homer.
Maria?
Simpson.
Yes. Okay, it's tied up.
Yes.
We need one more.
Okay. Okay. What was my idea the other day? Okay. Ready? I got it.
Oh,
Got it. Ready? Steve. Robert.
Maria.
Maria?
The Irwin.
Maria steals it. Came from nowhere. Few girls goals were useless at the start. He came home strong. You've won a double pass to see Lathlain at Crown Perth and a $300 Crown voucher. Maria, well done.
Oh, thank you.
Good job. You're going to love that show. It's brilliant. All right, we're doing it again tomorrow.
I can't wait until we play the game of Buzzer What Your Name Is.
Very good.
Buzzer Shaun. Buzzer Nathan.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Us three, we like to follow the law.
We do.
The letter of the law, actually.
Very
big on
law-abiding
it.
citizens.
Yeah. And when we want something, we go and buy it. With our money, no, sorry, Shaun goes and borrows it from one of his neighbours. But Natalie and I will go and buy it.
No, that's right.
With our own money. This is actually a really clever idea, though, to be honest.
Nathan,
And you
don't
shouldn't
say
do it.
that.
You shouldn't do it. But
morally
the
wrong.
fencing around the children's playground and Flying Fox at Raymond Park in Lathlain has been stolen.
So the fencing around a children's playground.
Yeah.
It was high fencing too, like it's 1.8.
Yep. And so
Someone's trying to keep their dog in.
Like someone's done the measurements. They've gone right there. We need fencing, and they've gone to Lemon Park. And
Yeah.
that's
That'll do.
That's
That's
what
gonna
they're
work.
doing. They've waited
Hey,
the dark of
gonna work.
night, and they've taken the fence. I think
That's
I mean,
the effort required.
if you are walking past it and going, "Oh, look, someone's throwing out this old fence around this playground," it's the way you look
the
at it.
time to throw it out and dig it
Frame
into
it.
the ground.
You yell at people saying, anyone? Is
this anybody's?
Is this anyone's?
Look, it's just laying here.
And then no one claims it. Well, I asked everyone.
Technically,
That's it.
on the verge, right?
It's on the verge, Natalie. So it's the way you look at it.
Framing, Nathan,
well,
is very
technically,
important.
Nathan, everyone's fence is then therefore on the verge.
To be honest, when we look at it, But the thing about fences and stuff is you don't think that people will take permanent structures. So if you walk outside and your letterbox is gone, that's unusual because your letterbox is just rammed in the ground. When someone has to dig something out,
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's
that
something
happens
that
with
you can
people's
just
trees.
pick up and take away, you go easily. You go. I understand. Not that I'm condoning the theft of it.
No, but we understand
I can
we're getting on the
understand
mindset.
the ease with which
Natalie,
it can be taken.
like a granny flat, right?
Yes.
I don't think many granny flats have been stolen, but a caravan, yes. And that's your fault because you put it on wheels.
I've always thought about that. One thing that I've always thought about is stealing someone's boat, to be honest. That's what I thought. Because they see it on the verge, you see it there, and you just go,
And you know Shaun bought then because tonight Shaun was going to do it. And he's like, wait, this is too much of a correlation. So he just has to work it in his, wait, they're up in a month time, we've got to work
Can we
it.
point
You know
out
what I mean?
that is the one thing that he's thought about, though.
But you're right,
So many
Shaun.
guys
They are
like,
sitting
I like that,
outside.
but
They are
why
sitting
wouldn't I
out-
just take
Shaun,
it? 'Cause
they
I
are
can hook
sitting
it up.
outside, and all you need is a tow ball.
It might be
You'd have to go
350's
and
got
you have to go and
tow
take someone's tow ball. There's a left out behind their car.
Okay, so just a quick shout out to the good people of Bicton. Just put a tracker on your boats just for the next. He'll forget in a couple of weeks' time, but just for the love of God.
We want to know about
But it is on wheels. you're right.
permanent structure theft, right? So something that someone can take your wallet, someone can break and take your TV, something that they have had to get the tools out to dislodge or dismantle or take down and take with them. And you're like, wait there, or how did they do that? How did they dig up our entire fence in the middle of the night?
Yes.
How did they steal our
How do you
underground pool?
transport that home?
I know.
And then you've got to put it up again. Do you put it up the same night, or is that and go?
And also,
the neighbours are not going to go. You've got your
But also, say this fence was like gold, right? And it's a very like recognisable gold fence and the thing. What if you take something too recognisable that you can't use for a fair while until it's got out of people's brains? Because people walk in and go, "Hey, that's the thing from Thing." They live in the same community as you.
Yeah, but it'll just be that it'll be the fence, the same fence. It looks like everyone's fence. I would think, don't you think? The mesh one.
Has anyone ever taken anything that should permanently be?
Oh, so this isn't a permanent thing, but they did steal from a part. Steal.
Oh, well, tell me what it is. What is the thing? What is the thing?
Okay, you judge if this is a crime or not. So friends of mine, this is quite a few years ago, actually, they lived in a house where their garden, they're having people over and the lawn was not good.
Yep.
And so one of the guys said, I saw down at that park near us, they've rolled up the lawn.
Well, that's their own
Fantastic.
And they're like, they're not going to roll that out again, are they? What do they do?
Is a permanent thing.
Maybe,
so
yes, that's right. So they went and rehomed the lawn.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
In their backyard, and so they because that under cover of darkness, which suggests they didn't think it was legal, and then they rolled it out, and then in the light of day, because it had come from a sporting field, all the lines that were on the lawn were going in the wrong direction.
Just get some green paint.
So
mate.
it
You'll be all over
it looked like dyslexic
problem.
lawn.
Yes.
It looked like one of those wooden puzzles, Shaun, where you have to slide one out and then slide one in and, to make the picture.
Modern art.
But
Is that a crime? Do you think that's a crime?
Natalie, okay, ready? I'm walking down the street. Walking down the street and I'm a lawn lover. All right? So I'm walking down the street, lawn lover, and then I see someone that's not using lawn correctly. Lawn's supposed to be flat on the ground, and instead they've rolled it up into scrolls. They're giving it away.
They made it too easy to take. And also, like, had they gone and dug the lawn up themselves,
So
that's
if I'm
theft.
walking past lawn, I don't place a
But
lawn.
if it's already rolled up, it suggests that they're getting rid of it.
I think people have dug other
Here's the
people's
deal.
lawn up. For
There's
sure.
a couple of things here, right? So I would like to speak to people that have had something permanent stolen. So it's not supposed to move. It's not fixed.
It required a significant degree of effort to take it.
That, or if you've been like Natalie's friends, or been like these people possibly in the park and walk by and go, oh, isn't no one using this? Is anyone using this? Anyone using this?
At 1 a.m?
Is anyone using this? No, there's no one that answered us. And then like,
And then they went, start the car.
You know, 'cause like, and it's not stealing when you think about it. Susan, hi.
Good morning. How you going?
Good, Susan. Okay, so we're talking about the theft of fixed structures. What happened?
Well, I bought myself a very fancy letterbox, which was quite expensive.
It's exciting when that happens.
Cemented it in.
Yeah.
And then a couple of weeks later, get up, no letterbox, and somebody had reversed up, put obviously a rope around it, and dragged it down the street and dumped it in the park.
Oh, come on.
So they didn't want to. They just didn't want you to have
it. It's on an ATM. You need to drag down and see if
then-
money comes out. What's the point of that?
So we retrieved it and brought it home and sort of painted it up, and then we decided, right, we'll put it back in. So we put in like all these bricks on the bottom and more cement.
Yeah.
And then they did it again.
What? Oh. And then
Well, the Cowboys
and was
are
it
hard.
found again down at the park?
I can't honestly remember, but I think I gave up at that point
What
and
was
bricked in a solid letterbox.
What was the end game of that?
Well, they must have been someone who might have known you at the time. Susan thought this would be hilarious.
Do you think they knew and liked her, or Shaun? Do you think it was a joke? I don't think.
Yes.
I
Might
think
have
jokes.
started off
I don't
that
think jokes lend themselves to destruction of
I mean,
one's
yeah,
property.
that's vandalism, yeah.
No, but like,
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's
Maybe
like...
it wasn't me they didn't like. It might have been the husband at the time.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, maybe it's like the old-fashioned version of, you know, how, like, Shaun, you went through this. You told the story about when you've sent somebody a message and by mistake, and then you've got to throw their phone into the river. So they might have sent a letter and then went, I regret that. Let's get rid of the letterbox.
But also, you know what?
True.
She tapped on it and she said it could have been the husband at the time. Imagine being with someone everyone hates. And then,
Is that what the case was, Susan? A lot of enemies he had?
Well, I can't confirm and deny on the radio because there's still legal proceedings in place.
Oh, God.
but she's nodding. But she's nodding.
Yeah. Okay.
Blink twice. Okay, got
Allegedly.
it. Thank you, Susan. Not a real name, obviously.
No.
Rachel's from the Vines. Hi, Rach.
Hello.
Hi,
Right,
Rach.
Rach. What sort of permanent thing got pinched?
So we had 4 frangipani trees that were all like good sizes down the side of our house,
Yeah.
and they were my pride and joy.
Yeah.
All 4 of them one night got taken.
Four of them from the roots down.
Yeah, from the roots we pulled the whole thing out the ground. So we had some offcuts because we cut the branches and grew them ourselves. We put them back in.
Yep.
And a couple of weeks later they went again.
Oh my God!
Can
They're
I
like
tell you,
using you as a bloody nursery.
Frangipanis are hot on the market, right?
Yeah,
So,
but they grow really easily by propagating them like that. Just do that.
I saw some in a plant shop the other day, and they were like $40, right? And so it's trying to look like a stick of frangipani that you'll give someone for free, you know, Rach. So anyway, Dad the other day, their property is just littered with frangipanis, right? And they're really big and overgrown. This woman drove past and stopped the car and went and knocked on Mum and Dad's door and said, "Excuse me, can I have some cuttings from your frangipani tree?" And Dad said, "No worries." Anyway, she proceeded to cut most of the trees. And Dad was carrying loads back with her and never stopped her. And so most of the trees gone.
He said,
Dad, one of those little ones like $50, Dad.
Yeah, she got off to sell them.
Dude.
Yeah, we've got heaps at our house. They come up well.
Thanks, Rach. Marissa's in Yangebup. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Marissa. What got nicked?
Oh, so I grew up in a traditional Italian household, equipped with beautiful white lions, which were cemented on the front.
Amazing.
When I was younger, if I drove past your house when I was visiting from Kalgoorlie, it would have been the one. We would say, "Mum, go past the house again. It's got
big white columns.
big white
money.
columns.
They've got money, those people.
Olympus.
Yeah. They were beautiful, but I think also they were kind of drew too much attention. And I remember one night when I was a teenager, we woke up to the lions missing. And they were concreted onto the front brick fence.
And they were the size probably of a big dog, weren't they? They were actually nearly life size.
Huge.
Yes.
And concrete,
they would have been
heavy.
300 or 400 kilos. Anyway, we were devastated, but then we later found them down the street. Whoever had taken them had obviously given up because they were so heavy.
Oh, yeah, mate.
And they were all smashed noses in.
I thought You would have left one hump in the other, wouldn't you? Because they always remind me of the two statues that come to life in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Marissa. So they went to so much effort and then just dumped them anyway.
Too heavy now.
I know, but we salvaged them and they made it back on the fence.
I've got a question, right?
Extra cement.
That era of housing where certain nationalities would love to adorn the places with giant lions, can you buy giant house lions anymore? Because they're of an
I don't
era.
think I've ever seen them.
Giant house lions.
There's a shop on South Street, kind of South
called Giant
Street,
House Lions.
and what's that? Stock
Where
Road,
Bunnings
maybe?
is now?
No, not where Bunnings is, but it sells lots of big concrete things.
So that would be
And I
where
don't
you'll
know if
get
they've got lines, but they've got like
an octopus,
a rhinoceros, and an elephant, and
as
things
if
like
you
that.
would have on your two.
Yes, you know the one I'm talking about.
okay.
Yeah. So do you reckon they would have a line? They'd have a line, wouldn't they?
Yep, we're going to go past. I'll go past there today. There's a line on the loose.
Shaun, if you go past it today, will you get us one? No, pick us up. We'll give it away. Maybe I'll pick it up.
You've got a BT50, so just wait in the back.
In the back,
Yeah,
mate.
Melbourne, that's fun. Well,
Shaun, give the prize away.
Three very good people then.
Okay, we're going to go back to Susan with the $300 voucher for Herdsman Market. Spoil your mother this Mother's Day at the Herdsman Market.
So you hated Rachel and Marissa? Is that what it was?
You can draw a conclusion.
Sean just connected to the way Susan said she had a dud husband.
Shaun, she's calling you a dud.
No,
Natalie is. Is that what I said?
Nah, Natalie is.
Did I say that? I didn't say
Explain
those
to Shaun.
words.
She's wrong.
Shaun's not
Is she
getting
wrong?
humour today. Check out her Instagram.
That's true.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Tomorrow on the show, award-winning comedian Nikki Justice is going to join us.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, Gov, Shaun. Gov.
Oh, the Gov's going to come in if he remembers because he
Got
had
a sore
concussion,
head.
so he's not playing this weekend.
No,
so he
don't-
might take a wrong
don't
turn.
speak ill of Gov.
Ended up at another radio station.
More chances at Nat's Day
How
Out
do you do that again?
at the
Can you hear me on there?
netball, where you won't be with me, you'll be with Sam. Plus, the last day of La Clique.
No, you're not going to be with me. You'll be with Sam.
Oh, I see. You'll be with Sam.
Yeah, thanks, Nat.
Hello, Ross.
Hey, Ross.
Hey, Ross.
Hey, we're good. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
we're here.
You're right, Ross.
Quickly, the joke that Shawnee didn't get this morning. Let me just play it again.
Nathan, you mentioned that you should see the price of the chimneys lately. They've really gone up.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree. They've really gone through the roof.
Sharon, how do you know this?
Sean didn't click onto that.
How
Which,
do you know this?
I asked him multiple times.
yeah.
And to be honest, I felt like that pause between us knowing it and you not went for 2 days in my mind.
If we hadn't explained it to him, he still wouldn't
I wouldn't have got it. Ross, I started slow this morning and got worse.
No, we don't.
Actually, Ross, you don't know where the mistake started? Where's Bella?
Yeah,
Bella,
Bella.
come in here.
Yeah.
Bella, come in here. So when you call a station, Bella will answer the phone.
Yeah.
And Bella took that call and she was very excited.
And you can vote for this as well on the Instagram as well if you got it or not.
Bella, what happened? How did that call get in? What happened?
I genuinely didn't understand
You thought-
it either.
So what did you
Genuinely
think?
thought it was a guy calling about the price of chimneys.
Yeah,
because
I
he
was
had
like, oh, we've got a
insight.
guy calling about a price of chimneys. I don't know if you guys want to talk to him.
And then David comes in and goes, oh, so we said no, and we turned around and said, of course we want to know the price of chimneys.
So I bought into it big time. I'm like, yeah, get
I
the
didn't know it
price.
was a joke until I heard the joke.
Yeah,
When I heard the joke, I knew it was a joke.
But in your defence, Sean, we ended up having a long
There is no
discussion
defence.
about the price of chimneys. So, valid point. Maybe just more
There's no
interested in that.
defence like in Lathlain.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.